nu nó giờ inu trong cú luôn bề hoa cầu lý va cú giờ nè colony va phòng cú tua cho hậu lu tua chế nó giờ việc khó hay tiề lu ở Fresno Unified School nhớ cho hậu nó nhiều sai ít tu or Superintendent cho hậu lu school nó khó béตัวเขาเนาะbéยศสายตัวมั่วปังสื่อbéจีแค่เจ้าตัวด่าตัวดูตัวเด้อbéแค่เจ้าเขาให้เตียนี่ยศเราตัวอีลูเนี่ยเนาะสกูลีเนาะbéจะมีหนัวจุดจงแต่รอลีbéสายก็ตัวมั่วปังสื่อลีตัวมิสตี้เฮอเนาะมานู่นเนาะกูตัวเนาะยากูตัวซัพพอร์ตตัวหนึ่งขอหนึ่งมั่วปังสื่อเทียนหนึ่งยาอีตูยว่าเราหมดตัวเต่าลูกสกูเนาะตัวเต่าจะมีตู้มีหนัวเนาะรุ่นหนึ่งยาเปชัวมายาลีเนาะนู่นเนาะกูตัวเนาะยากูตัวเช่าตัวมิสตี้เฮอเนาะแต่เราขอให้เตียกูเคยปอหนึ่งยาอีตูหนึ่งยงหนึ่งมั่วอีจอด้านหนึ่งยงหนึ่งยังตัวจะสกูเนาะเราจะมีหนัวสตูเดินเนาะยาอีตัวหนึ่งยงหล่อมากูยังเต่าให้เตียยาเต่าหนึ่งเราหมดตัวจะมีตู้มีหนัวรุ่นหนึ่งเขาเนาะเลยไปย้อนยงอินตูเที่ยวเราหมู่อันนี้เนาะจ่อเต่าชื่อเต่าจีให้หนึ่งตื่นเราเนาะเราเขารู้เส้นโทบาเลยเขาเนาะกูยงเสียให้เตียไปจ่อตัวเขาเนาะจะจ้องตัวตายรอลียอดนู่นเนาะอย่าไปตัวสายตัวหนึ่งมั่วปังสื่อนะเที่ยวตัวหนึ่งเจ้าเจย้อนเราตัวเต่าอีจอมหนัวสตูเดินเนาะยาลีเนาะไปย้อนตัวหนึ่งเจ้าหนึ่งเจเที่ยวหนึ่งมั่วปังสื่อเนี่ยนะนี่ย้อนเราตัวเต่าย้อนเราคว้าย้อนเราเคลียย้อนเราชื่อเต่าจะมีหนัวต่อเขารู้เส้นโทบาเลยเขาเนาะกูลงเชียว่าเจ้านะนู่นเนาะกูจังว่ารู้ใจรู้ยงให้ตัวนี้จะย้อนต่อว่าต่อเจในตัวจีเต่าเราอย่าไปจะตัวเขาเนาะกูสายเดี๋ยวรู้หอบเพียไปตัวนู่นเนาะเจชัวได้สาธิยะ领导是我中到。
有种呢，用些到蒙 USA TV 或者多公杯，嗰啲呢就蒙到ไป Fresno Unified School District ละลุ่ม board meeting 到นู่นน่ะที่นู่นน่ะยังนู่นชื่อสังหังไปจาก嗰啲呢จะเสด็จที่ปูตัวปูถึงกับลุ่ม board meeting นะยังวิยาที่มานอยมาเลยจะ board of director อยู่สายตัว next superintendent ตัว Fresno Unified Fresno Unified นะมัวชาเจ้าเชียตัว student ก็1%的下九千多年被叫敦彩蒙也跟到找路 district 呢，嘛那人嘛出生我变成刀下啲啊，但嘛了有啊，晒刀被敦彩蒙我 Misty 好呢，嗱我做 superintendent 做也等待呢做好俾你弄啲啊，用些更高蒙有時條就多太就多 capture 個到我一個爆棚啫history 度俾蒙有度都就未揀啦啲啊。上來也只就上呢，只就上也 Misty 到一邊上來就 board 嚟大家攞嚟得到 move out 啦 behind closed door 也 Misty 到嘅又俾得到到 superintendent 一晒一路 district 摸咗下就車到 student 呢，亦可能呢有一個ได้หนูจังหังยัดต่อที่จะมีการเนาะนุ่งจังเตาเดี๋ยวนี้ตอนเดี๋ยวได้เนาะไปตุนใส่มองเนาะ有得到ใช้ชัวจะตุนใส่กัน到中部那天容些到มองอยู่ CTV 那เราคุยบอกอย่าตัว President ที่ CEO อย่าตัว Fresno Center 容些
And a motion by Board Member Thomas, seconded by Board Member Eastlas myself. The board took action in closed session to select Mao Misty Her as the district superintendent and directed board counsel to prepare an employment agreement for board review and action at the April 30th board meeting. By a roll call vote of Trustee Cáceres A, Trustee Jonathan Rosas A, Trustee Levine A, Trustee Thomas A, Trustee Woodtrip No, myself A, and President Davis A.
chế định phong đã nó của do rùa lì của do từ thất sĩ phứ đó chế cần đã vấp bỏ nông nó do in nông rong in nông chỉnh chỉnh rồi bây chế định phong thật khó bây ít tuần sai phong Misty màu hơi nữ tàu lẩu và thất thôi từ Superintendent ấy do bên này thì do phong nhớ ra Fresno Unified chế bây giờ đó và cái trong share hay tiền Misty do ít tuần sai phong trong share thì nữ tàu lẩu và ít tu thôi cho ba cho Belu District có thiết lý trong share khi ba bây giờ mình không thiết sự chúa cho mình nhớ hậu Belu District.
Mao Misty Her as a finalist for Superintendent of Fresno Unified, a leader who embodies everything we want for the future in our district: courage, success, excellence, vision, and a deep-rooted commitment to our students, our staff, our families, and our community. Throughout this process, our board has stayed laser-focused on what matters the most: the future of Fresno Unified 70,000 students. We conducted a rigorous, thorough, transparent search, one grounded in community engagement, guided by best practices, and designed to find a leader for our 70,000 students. Despite the noise, and let's be clear, it has been noise, filled by personal and political agendas, our board remained steadfast. We focused on facts and not distractions. We focused on outcomes and not optics. We are proud of the process that led us to this result we have achieved. Even one of our loudest critics, a local media outlet, saw nearly 88% of their own readers vote in favor of Mao Misty Her, expressing pride and excitement for her leadership. That should tell you something. While the loudest voices work hard to divide and distract, our community is ready to move forward and united and hopeful. This next chapter is not about politics. It's not about personalities. It's about our 70,000 students and their families. It's about the work. It's about building on the progress we have made while boldly charting a new path forward, one that demands excellence out of every student, every classroom, every teacher, every school, every neighborhood we serve. We are confident and we are excited because we know we have selected the most qualified, experienced, visionary leader to take Fresno Unified to the next era. Now, Misty Her, she knows what we need in our community. She has a proven track record with 10,000 employees and leading with her heart, her courage, and listening for what's said and what's not said, and with an unwavering belief that everything is possible in every child. We didn't make this decision lightly. We made it with clear eyes and full heart, and a deep understanding of the complexity of what's at stake. We made it knowingly how hard the work is ahead and what is required of our superintendent, our staffs, and our families, and the entire Fresno community to stand together, lead together, and rise together. Today, we are not just announcing Mao Misty Her as our finalists. We're launching a new chapter in Fresno Unified. We're rooted in optimism, grounded in strength and grace, and fueled by an unshakable belief of the potential of all of our children in this city. We couldn't be more proud or ready to do the work. Thank you. Okay. I will ask the clerk say a few words. I think it's good evening now. Good evening, trustees, students, families, staff, and community members. Today is such a profound moment. I am filled with deep, deep gratitude, an unwavering commitment to our students, and a bold optimism for the road ahead. And first and foremost, I want to thank our Board of Education, each and every one of you. Your courage to lead differently, to stay focused on student outcomes, to govern with clarity and discipline reflects your deep love for this community. Through your leadership, we have established goals and guardrails that do not shift with the winds of opinion. They keep us anchored to our highest purpose, ensuring every single student thrives. I am grateful to each of you, and as we move to change student outcomes, I will rely on each of you for your strength and talents to help me. The only way we are going to achieve our 4 goals and our 4 guardrails is in the next 5 years is by moving together as one governing team. And in my culture, as a sign of my deep, great gratitude, I just would like to show you. And before I proceed, I would like to say a few remarks in Hmong. One day, cha kusahai wa chao do kuje hai nang Hmong. Ba thon nei sho do e tua mono thia, yo e yo ta che. Wa chao do nei za ge lu, thia nei te lu ni lu gu e chu chau gu. Yo li mo nei e gu lu sho thia lo. Ge hai nei Hmong yo I hai ning zo zon ye. Chi mo te chau. Bây giờ lý cho mình nhộn chúa. Và tôi nhớ tới thầm mình càng họ tao chỉ châu lưu xong. How Fresno Unified School District tao ít bộ chỉ châu ý xong. Chỉ mỗi ít bộ bọn nẻ là bộ ít mình tự đa là của thơ cho. Rồi nói cho ta thơ rồi. Cho nẻ cho gì. Cho nẻ cho gì. Và này chung lòng tao nè. Cô yên cho nên tây chiến gì tại ý sĩ. Và cho nên muốn nên cho xìa thiết tôn trà lọ bảo em nên khử chia khử tôn muốn nên bóng quân luôn trà cho lọ lòng em thì li muốn nhiên nông nọ nó chỉ muốn nên bây chỉ dùng li nọ em cũng muốn nên trong nông tao nữa nó chỉ muốn nên cũng chỉ nhớ là nó thế bây chỉ nhớ được nọ cô yêu bao chỉ tao nên tây chiến gì,但是cô yêu cho nên ý đồ thầu ý đồ, cô yêu muốn nên lưu chú ý, thế nên cho lưu, 我错叫了八股，他诶，cô了，我只好lưu那个，我到只好lưu那，诶，我那就能到呢。chỉ ta nó cô sao cho được cô chế nữa, cô gì? Nghe chú không? Cô nè, mày nắng thọ. Cô nè bố lù ya. Thế cô gì ya ba lì ya. Và nì tao ta xin năng lợi tới xin cùng trên hai tiền nô nọ nâng trong đại cô. Cô ở tôi đã lâu cô tôi, nô nọ cô đã lâu sẵn bảo. Thế cô đã lâu rốt lòng. Thế cô tôi nè lùa ly. Thế cô ở tôi nhá, Catherine, thế vì bên sai. Thế cô tôi chỉ lùa lết. And to all my nieces and nephews, I just need you to know that I love you so, so much. And then, cô sao我做了cô tự己让朋友，cô hiểu cô做学的点，cô学了，学打，cô抽cô大学等住，vì mua cô theo lý dùng lý nó. Hai đứa có thể cùng lũ có cha họ của hai tàu. Good job. And to my 3 children,
Ryan, Grace, and Gabriel. Ryan and Grace are not here because they are out of state, but Gabriel is here. Thank you so much for opening your hearts and understanding what your mommy does. I know I have missed out on your childhood. I have missed your games, your recitals, and your school events all these years. But you have understood, given me grace, and allowed me to love and care for our 70,000 students. And you truly are my greatest treasure. And to everyone who has supported and lifted me, thank you for standing by me, for believing in me, and trusting in me. I will not say names because I know I will leave people out, and I'm not going to go down that road, but you know who you are. I am forever grateful for the love and support that you all have poured into me. Thank you so much. It has been an honor for me to serve as your interim superintendent, and it would be an even greater honor to continue serving you as your permanent superintendent. I know this district because I am this district. My story, like so many of our students, began in hardship, but it is fueled by hope. I was born in a prisoner of war camp in Laos during the end of the Vietnam War. My family fled persecution, surviving a refugee camp before arriving in America with nothing but hope in our hearts. We eventually made our way to Fresno, drawn by the promise of hope in a better future. Both of my mom and dad, who are right there, both of my parents worked for Fresno Unified as custodians, 30 years each, cleaning the very classrooms where I would later learn to read, to dream, and to lead. But when I first stepped into a Fresno Unified classroom, I was so scared. I didn't speak English. I didn't look like all of the other kids. I felt invisible, out of place, alone. And then one day, at Jefferson Elementary School, my school librarian noticed me. She saw me sitting quietly, disconnected from the world around me, and she handed me this book. Madeline. She handed me this book. This was the first book I ever learned how to read. At first, I wasn't sure why she gave me Madeline, because Madeline didn't look like me. She had bright red hair and a bold, spirited energy. But as I read, slowly, painfully at first, I saw something I needed to see. Madeline was different, and yet she was still brilliant. She was small in stature, but she was brave and strong. And through this book, through that simple act of kindness, I began to believe that maybe I do belong too. That maybe my differences were not something to hide, but something to lead from. And that moment was profound, and it changed my life completely. It is why I became a teacher. It is why I became a principal. It is why I am standing before you today. Because every child deserves to be seen. Every child deserves to be believed in. Every single child deserves a future as bright as their dreams. And this is the Fresno Unified we are building together from this day forward. This past year has marked a fundamental shift in how we operate as a district. Under our board's leadership, we have embraced student outcomes-focused governance, a transformational approach that puts our students at the center of every decision. We have 4 bold goals. Goal number 1, literacy. We will ensure students are reading at above or on grade level by first grade, because early literacy is the foundation, and without it, doors begin closing too early for too many students. 2, literacy intervention. We will support students who are behind to accelerate their reading skills and close achievement gaps, because we refuse to give up on any child, no matter where they come from. 3, college and career readiness. We will increase the percentage of students who graduate college and career ready by engaging in dual enrollment, career technical educational pathways, and or work-based learning experiences while they are with us. Because success after graduation should not be left to chance. It should be by design. And 4, life skills development. We will ensure students build the essential life skills, communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and resilience to thrive in a world beyond our classrooms, because our students must be equipped for a future we can't yet fully imagine. These goals are not aspirations. They are not just aspirations. Let me be clear. They are clear, they are measurable, and they are ambitious. And thanks to our board's vision, we have paired each goal with interim goals, shorter-term targets that will guide our progress and ensure accountability every single step of the way. And I will be sharing these with you all publicly. And at the same time, we have adopted 4 guardrails to protect our focus and values. 1, community engagement, because real leadership means listening first and acting with the voices of our community at the table. 2, equitable access, because achieving our greatest potential must mean every single student in every single school. And 3, effective staff, because every child deserves excellent educators and role models, and excellence must be what we must expect. And 4, health and wellness, because academic success can never come at the expense of human dignity, safety, or well-being. I'm going to tell you, we are not guessing, we're not improvising. We have a blueprint, a disciplined, focused, student-centered path moving forward. And while the interim goals and guardrails have just been adopted over the last few months, they mark the beginning of a new era. We are not waiting for change to happen. We are leading it, and I am proud to be the leader at the helm of this critical work. My lived experiences, the struggles, the barriers, the perseverance, are not liabilities. They are my greatest leadership strengths. They keep me grounded in our mission. They remind me that when we stay focused, when we align every effort to our shared goals, we can transform futures. And I am living proof of this. Let me be very, very clear with every single one of you in the room and all those that are listening. If we want different outcomes for our students, we must do things differently. We must stay laser focused. We must align our initiatives, our actions, and our energy behind our goals and guardrails. And we must hold ourselves accountable. We must hold each other accountable, and we have to do it with consistency, transparency, and heart. I am ready. I have already begun to do this work, and I believe with my whole heart that we are going to succeed. And before I go further, I do want to pause to address a painful truth. Since declaring myself as a candidate for the superintendency, over the past several months, my family and I have faced harassment, threats, and hate-filled messages, simply because I wanted to compete fairly, simply because I was daring to lead. I have been the recipient of racist and sexist threats. And I'm going to tell you, this is not politics. This is not harmless. And this is not acceptable. We cannot pretend that racism, discrimination, and hate are relics of the distant past. They are alive, they are real, and their impact, whether intended or not, is deeply damaging. When we allow misinformation and division to spread unchecked, we feel a culture where threats become normalized. where leadership by women, by people of color, is questioned not in merit, but on prejudice. As a community, we must do better. As leaders, we must do better. We can disagree. We can have healthy debate, but we must never, ever dehumanize. We must model the respect, the integrity, and the courage we expect from our students because they are watching us every single day. And they deserve to see leadership that builds bridges, not walls, that uplifts, not tears down, that stays anchored on the belief that every single child matters. And I am committed to serving the common good by working together. I will not get distracted by those who aim to divide us. So I want to say this, and I know there are students that are here tonight. To every single student in Fresno Unified, you are my why. You are in my heart. Your dreams, your potential, your futures are worth fighting for. You are brilliant. You are powerful. And you are so full of promise. And don't you ever forget that. And I love you so incredibly much. And to every family, I am your partner, I am your advocate, I'm your fiercest believer, and you are not alone in this journey, and we walk this path together. To every single teacher, I see you, I honor you. I know that today is the hardest time in history to be a teacher. You are asked to do more, to reach more, to teach more. You are asked to challenge yourself in unimaginable ways. And yet you show up every single day with heart and hope. And I am committed to supporting you with respect, with resources, and real partnership. Because your work is sacred, because you are shaping destinies. And in fact, I need you to know right now, I am dedicating my first 100 days to being with you. And to every staff member, from our bus drivers, to crossing guards, to noontime assistants, to nutrition workers, from counselors to custodians, from secretaries to paraprofessionals, to all our site and district leaders. Your contributions are essential, and you definitely are the heartbeat of our district. And last but not least, to our community. Your support, your voice, your dreams fuel our mission. Together we can and we will transform Fresno Unified into a model of what public education can be at its very best. And I know this is not easy work, but this is necessary work, and it is worthy work. Because I have a team right here with me, and they are strong. Because I know that you know that every child who walks through these doors carries a universe of possibility inside them, and it is our sacred duty to help them realize it. So I stand before you today, the daughter of refugees, the student who once sat silent and scared in a Fresno Unified classroom, and the woman who found hope in a storybook, to say to every single one of you, if a little girl like me could find her place here, imagine what is possible when we come together. Imagine what we can achieve when we stay focused, when we lead with love, and when we refuse to let hate win. So I ask you that we move forward together with courage, with clarity, and with compassion. And let's build a Fresno Unified where every student achieves their greatest potential. Thank you all so much. and I am honored to accept this role as the permanent superintendent of the Fresno Unified School District.
I can't believe I held it together. I cry at Hallmark commercials. I want to begin by congratulating you, Misty. You stood shoulders above every other candidate that we interviewed, and it just wasn't because of your platforms. You, as you've all heard today, Misty is very bright and very intelligent and really a superior selection for us. I have absolutely no doubt that you are the best selection. And as a woman of color, I want to particularly highlight and celebrate that you broke through that glass ceiling. As the first woman superintendent for this district. Because of you, our little girls will know that more doors are open for them. And our Hmong brothers and sisters have another leader to be proud of and to see themselves in, along with other electeds that we've recently appointed, like Brandon Vang at City Council. I want to take a moment to address a couple of concerns, though, that have been raised. The process was not perfect. A large part of the imperfection was the failure of some to keep the non-disclosure agreements. The accusations of working in secret are ludicrous. The truth is that we're limited by the Brown Act. The idea that we act to keep kids poor is deeply offensive. I remember listening to Misty talk one time, and she mentioned her mother carving a hole in the back of a hut so that she could be able to be part of the educational plan that was being presented because she wanted to be in school and couldn't. And I could relate to that so much because as a child of farm workers, I used to go out with my mom because she couldn't afford childcare. And while she was working, I was writing my ABCs in dirt with a stick. Education is transformational, and it takes all of us working together to make that transformation happen. I think you will see in Misty's story that when children aspire to do something, that we should aspire to help them in everything. The factors that keep families poor and living in poverty are consuming and conspiring. There's no silver bullets that exist. And yes, we all have to work together to make a difference, and that means putting our differences aside. Trust works both ways. And what makes Misty a leader that you can trust in is that she cares. She's committed to the mission of this district. She's reliable. Misty will show up every day. She'll come even after a swimming lesson for a second interview. Misty is sincere. And Misty is highly competent. And those are all the factors that build trust. Everyone is welcome to your opinions, but I ask that you check misogyny and sexism, that you check racism, and that you check your facts. Now Misty Her is our next superintendent, and I proudly stand with her. Y simplemente en español quiero decir que yo tengo toda la confianza en Misty que va a hacer un trabajo muy excelente para nuestro distrito. Ella es una persona en que sí podemos confiar. Y hay mucho en su historia y su experiencia de una joven llegando aquí que es mucho igual de la experiencia de muchas familias latinas y inmigrantes. Entonces, por eso estoy con ella y vamos a salir adelante. Gracias. And I'll be brief. I'm Claudia Casares. I'm the trustee for Region 6 here in Fresno. What I want to say is, as we look into our horizon, what does the next 5 years, 10 years look like? It looks like Misty Malher. It looks like success. It looks like understanding. It looks like love for our students. It looks like dedication to our parents. It looks like intelligence in our classrooms and ensuring that our teachers are heard. And I'm proud we made that decision. This board has stood very proudly together over the last year in making our goals and our guardrails, and we're confident that Misty could make those happen in our district. And we are very proud and happy to stand beside her as our next interim superintendent. Misty, you have our support as our permanent superintendent. Sorry.
Hi, good evening. Let me pull up some things. As I was preparing for today and even before, I wanted to take a look at some of the comments and some of the information that we received over the more than a year and a half, well, almost a year and a half that we've embarked on this process, and the numerous listening sessions and community input and feedback that we got. And I know we are talking a lot about the future and how excited we are about the future, which absolutely we are, and absolutely congratulations, and you have my full support. And I do want to touch upon that in a second, but I want to go back because this is really truly about revisiting what our community said they wanted in a leader. We heard that the ideal candidate should have a strong educational background with experience as a classroom teacher, site administrator, and across various departments. We heard that this person should have classroom teaching experience, understanding of the district's history and culture are critical, progressive experience with the education system, candidates with ties to the valley are preferred, as they are likely to bring a deep understanding of the district context, complexities, and diversity. Effective communication skills, and I think we can all agree after the lovely speech that we just heard that is clearly one of her strengths. Strategic vision and data analysis, strong ties to the community, a commitment to diversity, experience with parent engagement, strategies, and they should value and understand the district's diverse community. They should be able to build bridges, hold individuals accountable, demonstrate curriculum and instructional expertise and experience, and fiscal acumen. They should embrace technology, foster innovation, provide timely communication, establish and articulate clear district goals, and promote cohesive collaboration. Those were the things that our community tasked us in finding our new leader with. And those are the qualities we found 100% in Misty Her. As we embarked on the process of establishing our goals and guardrails, we asked our community to look to the future. What are some of the things that you want out of our system? We want our system to have quality education, and these are direct quotes from our parents. Quality education, social and life skills, academically prepared. Prepared to succeed in college, academic rigor, meeting content standards, and addressing any gaps. I want them to be competitive, especially in written and oral skills. Value the student's individuality and offer different information for all the possible career paths available after high school. This community input was what we based our goals and guardrails on. And this is how I know we are in the right direction. We as a board for the last year have been working hard on establishing a very concrete and direct vision for the district with measurable objectives. And I bring that to bear because we now have a leader that matches not only the vision that the community has asked us for, but a leader who has been leading us in this direction and towards this path and is ready to implement all the things that our community is holding us accountable to. And so I am darn proud to sit here today knowing that we are going to have a transformed district, and you all will be able to hold us accountable. It won't be about feelings, it won't be about emotions, it won't be about I like her, I don't like her, it'll be about results. It'll be about, did we meet the goal or did we not meet the goal? And I have full confidence in Mal Misty Her's ability to get us there. Thank you.
This is why we do what we do. We have these two young ladies who have been our board members, our student board members. And you know, I am just so proud to be a woman in this moment and be able to share this monumentous, historical moment of putting a woman on the wall. We are putting a woman on the wall. And these two ladies have stood in their footsteps, and they have seen us, the good, the bad, and the real ugly. Misty, I am so proud to have these girls here, these young ladies, as part of this venture we're getting ready to take. We're moving into a new era, and I can't wait to see real results. We've been waiting for real results, and with our student-driven outcomes that we've really fought hard to find, I look forward to you leading this district in the most amazing way ever and showing our young ladies and young men how to come up from the grassroots and lead by example. Thank you, and I love you.
Good evening. My name's Trustee Andy Levine. I represent Area 5. Last year, when we committed to a national search, it was about recognizing that we owed it to our students, our families, and our community to be sure we did our very best to identify the very best possible candidate to lead our district. I know this has taken some time, but in the end, we were able to consider and assess a strong pool of candidates. In that process, Misty clearly rose to the top and left myself and our board collectively with absolute confidence that she was the strongest candidate and best possible leader to move our district forward. I want to be clear on one thing. This search and this decision is at its core about a universal commitment that Fresno Unified needs to significantly improve its student academic outcomes. No one should be even remotely satisfied with where we are. Selecting Misty as our next superintendent is our best bet to seeing Fresno Unified significantly improve its academic outcomes for all students in the years ahead and reaching the student outcomes-focused goals that we as a board set earlier this year based on a community listening process to identify the most important things our students and families wanted to see for themselves and for their kids. Misty knows that we will hold her accountable to those goals and to dramatically improving student outcomes, and we are counting on the community holding us accountable to those same things. I firmly believe that Fresno Unified is on a path to seeing results and success for our students that we have never before seen. Congratulations, Misty, and I look forward to working together and us all doing our part to getting there.
Congratulations to you, Misty Herr. Although I did not support your selection as a permanent superintendent, it isn't because I don't highly regard you as an educator and a person. I am well aware of your instructional background and strengths. You are a hard worker. You never give up. You have faced and transcended many personal challenges to get to the place where you are today. These are the qualities I deeply respect and admire. And I look forward to working with you and supporting you as our permanent superintendent. Going forward, I urge you to be courageous with your learning curve in this position. I urge you to make hard and unpopular decisions when they are in the best interest of our students. I urge you to be honest and true with communications. I
I urge you to become aware of what you don't know and seek support and wisdom from other successful superintendents who will challenge you. Your best mentors will expect you to stretch, and so do I. And finally, I urge you to not become distracted from our one true North Star, our students, our most precious students who we are all here for. Most of them cannot read or write. We have to change that. This community and our students are depending on you now. Best wishes to you and good luck, Superintendent Herr.